Welcome to my Samurai Champloo anniversary piano tutorial series. Starting May 27th, I'm uploading a tutorial for a tune from the soundtrack every Friday until I'm done uploading everything I've got. This week, week 2, we'll be going over one of the more popular tunes from the soundtrack. It's Aruarian Dance by Nujabes. I feel as though this track achieved a lot of fame on its own, totally separate from its appearance in Samurai Champloo. I think it gained a lot of popularity by being in all those lo-fi hip-hop beat mixes and long-ass extended edits all over YouTube. I think it really spread through the internet and took off that way. I love this track a ton. When I hear this track, I think of road trips, driving on a highway, particularly the road from Oakland, where I live, to Davis, where I go to school. You always pass by a lot of farmland on I-80 through Central California. It's flat as hell out there. When you're driving in the late afternoon or early evening, the sky turns orange and purple. The sun casts shadows that stretch on forever. The long rows of crops blend into one another. I always loved making the drive between Oakland and Davis, and I'd always play this track along the way. Like I did last week, first I'll play each part of the arrangement so you can see and hear what's going on a general level. Aruarian Dance is in the key of G-flat major. And harmonic with F-sharp major. This is also the key that my favorite song of all time is in, which would be All These Things That I've Done by The Killers. Is there something about F-sharp major that I really like? Maybe. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. The beginning of the intro can be thought of as a preview of the track's melody. Here's what the melody sounds like. And the beginning of the intro, which I just played for you, but I'll play it again, sounds like... Then we go to the next part of the intro, where we arpeggiate from the left hand to the right in groups of roughly 4 notes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, when learning this part, you'll really benefit from going super slowly. Took me a long time to get this part down. You'll want to go even slower than that, probably. Maybe like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Then we play this 4 dominant 7, and then we stop being free. We kick the tempo up a little bit because it starts going like And that does it for the intro. We start getting into strict time, and then we head into section A1, where the main melody appears for the first time. I've got the left hand arpeggiating through chords in a steady rhythm to keep time, to fulfill the function of the drums. In the last 4 bars of this section, which sound like this, we've got this cool harmonic progression that goes from A flat minor 7 to B flat minor 7 to A flat minor 7 to this one, G7 flat 9. Then E flat 7 sus 4, and then E flat 7. This G7 flat 9 here is super tense. You can feel how tense and dissonant that is. This chord is like a coiled up spring. It wants to unwind, it wants to release that tension. So we move here. This E flat 7 sus 4. It's stacked fourths, very open sounding, very relaxed. And then from here we go to E flat 7, which is the dominant 7, leading us back to the A flat minor 9, which is at the beginning of the A section. Oops, it's all the way back to here. Sections A2 and A3 are super similar to A1, so there's not a whole lot to talk about there. After all that, we've got the B section. It's pretty short. It goes like... The left hand is doing a bit more work in this section. It's got to do these moderately sized jumps. So practice those slowly and do them until you can make the jumps with your eyes closed. You can't see my face from here, but just I promise you, my eyes are closed when I'm doing these. See, I fucked them up. Maybe I should practice more. Okay, then it's onwards to A prime, which is essentially just the A section, but with a couple of modifications. The melody, instead of being played up here, is played down here. And we've simplified the harmony. Just in the left hand, we got not a whole lot going on. No more of this. No more outlining the chords. It's just very sparse stuff going on. In the original beat, Nujabes applies a low-pass filter to the guitar sample to make it sound muffled, like we're listening underwater. To emulate that effect, we're playing down lower, and playing a little quieter to sound more subdued. The ending of this section is unmuffled once again, so we jump from here back up to here. And we play this A section ending figure repeatedly. This whole modified A section that has the underwater stuff is 18 bars long in total. 6 bars of this. And then 4 bars of unmuffled, arpeggiating stuff. That was 4 bars, and then 2 bars of the A ending with that octave leap. That's 2 bars. 4 plus 2, that's 6. And then we repeat those 6 bars again. Just think 6 bars being down here. And then 6 bars of returning back up here. And then 6 more bars of doing the exact same thing you just played up here. That's 18 bars in total. It's a 6-bar phrase, and then a second 6-bar phrase, and then repeating that second 6-bar phrase. Then next is the modified A2 section, which I called A2 prime 3 times. Really similar to what we've seen before, not a whole lot to cover here, nothing new. And then last but not least, A3 prime. We close out the tune hanging on this this E flat 7. Let me just play the whole ending. We're hanging on this E flat 7 chord. Unresolved. This E flat dominant 7 chord would like to resolve down a fifth to A flat minor. Given the context of the piece, probably A flat minor 9, because we've resolved from here, E flat 7, to A flat minor 9 a bunch of times in this piece already. You know, every time we repeat the A section, we go from that's E flat 7 back to the beginning of the A section. That's us resolving from E flat 7 to, wouldn't you guess it, A flat minor 9. But at the ending, we don't resolve. We just keep hanging here. And I'm left waiting for a resolution that's nowhere to be found. It's a strange feeling. Not much else to cover here, so I think with that, we're done. That's it for this week's tutorial of Aruarian Dance. Hope you enjoyed. Next week, we have another great song. A simple one, but a banger nonetheless. Of all the tunes we're going to cover throughout these 7 weeks, I'd say this one that we're going to cover next week has the weirdest production. There are some weird sounds and samples in there, but they all add to the feel of the song, and the feel of the song is amazing. Well, that's that. See you next week.